Hello, friends. Welcome back to DarkNight Whispers. Tonight on DarkNight Whispers, a deserted mountain tunnel, a maintenance shift that should have taken 1 hour, and an emergency phone that rings with voices from the past. Before we start, tap like, subscribe to DarkNight Whispers, and tell me, would you answer a ringing phone in a dead tunnel? Our narrator thinks he's alone until headlights appear behind him with no engines, and footsteps echo in a tunnel that's supposed to be closed. They say, never look back. But what would you do if the voice begging for help said your name? Our story is Do Not Stop in Hollow Tunnel. Let's begin. Act I, Assignment and First Disturbances. It's off-season and the fog is rolling like breath through the valleys. The time is 11:30 p.m. and Evan is standing before the locked maintenance gate to the east portal of Hollow Tunnel. 7 years ago, a multi-car pileup here killed 7 people, including 3 kids. A tanker was leaking chemicals and the resulting smoke reduced visibility to 0. Most survivors made it out, but there were casualties. Evan is a temporary hire. His supervisor, Marta, just gave him this assignment 3 hours ago, and he needs to get it done. The pay is good, though. He unlocks the gate. Inside, the 2-lane road curves slightly uphill. At its center, spray paint stripes fossilized where tires once gripped. Every 50 meters is an emergency alcove with a dead emergency phone mounted on the wall. Evan has a flashlight clipped to his belt and his phone on vibrate in his pocket. The power is out, but intermittent lights flicker farther inside. And at the far end of the tunnel is a rusted maintenance service cart. The tape notice on the steel door reads, Do not stop. Do not look back. Keep to the right. His radio crackles. Marta says, cone it, walk the line, log any hazards. Be done by 2. Evan takes a deep breath and steps onto the road. Just then, the emergency phone in alcove 3 rings. He glances at it, shrugs and continues, but the phone keeps ringing. Finally, he picks it up, only static. And then a woman's voice, keep walking to light. The line cuts. Evan continues walking right. It's chilly, dripping concrete. The air smells faintly of exhaust and something acrid. After 40 minutes, he hears another emergency phone ringing. This one's in alcove 8. He ignores it and keeps walking. Act 2, Escalation and Impossible Phenomena. Up ahead, Evan sees the headlights blooming behind him. Classic low beam shape. But when he turns slightly to face them, they vanish. When he faces forward again, the lights return, closer now. He looks back. The headlights are within 10 meters. Still, no engines. Something's wrong. Evan quickens his pace. He sees fresh footprints in the residue of the road, barefoot. They lead to an alcove ahead. There he finds the second chalk scrawl, Don't Stop. It's been smudged by wet fingers. Taking a deep breath, Evan pushes open the phone. Same woman's voice, Do not look back. Keep right. If you hear crying, it isn't yours. He starts walking faster. Up ahead, the radio in his headset cuts out. Marta's voice gone, replaced by an older dispatcher voice. Units are en route. Hold position. The timestamp reads 3:06. What? How? Was that supposed to happen? Suddenly, the procession appears. Dozens of figures walking single file down the center line. Their faces are obscured by glare. Some are holding children by the hand. They seem oblivious to him. Evan feels a cold pull at his ribs like undertow as they pass straight through him. Then he spots it. A small plastic ambulance rolls to his boot. Its siren chirps once. The battery must be dead. Evan stuffs it in his pocket. A moment later, the phone rings again. Now the voice is softer. It knows him. It says his name. Evan, please, your father is hurt. Help me. Look at me. His parents are alive. This is a trick. But he stops anyway. Evan realizes the alcoves aren't for emergencies. They're stalls. Warmth passes between the living and the dead. One of the figures staggers out, one eye glowing white like a cat in dark. It hisses at him, "Switch places with me." As Evan moves past, he sees the stalled maintenance worker's jacket neatly folded on the bench. The badge reads E Hall Maintenance Tech. He recognizes his own initials. The date on the badge is 5 days ago. Now the headlights blaze in front, throwing his shadow forward. The woman's voice says his nickname, the one only his family uses. Suddenly, footsteps sprint up behind him. A sob brushes his neck, warm breath that smells like antifreeze. The taped sign roll trills in his head, but a voice cuts through. "Stop for a safety check. Is that Marta?" She is, but another voice overlays hers. "Do not stop. I've got your beacon. Walk to me." He reaches the exit. A hand closes on his collar. His jacket rips open. The plastic ambulance rolls through the light, melts into dry plastic smell. Act 3, the moral trap. Evan emerges blinking from the tunnel into daylight. His skin is damp. The fog has thinned. Marta's truck hazard lights strobe in the distance. His jacket collar is torn. The back of the fabric is frosted as if pressed to a freezer. On the exit wall is a date-streaked memorial plaque for Hollow Tunnel evacuation. 7 lost souls, most of them strangers. Among them, maintenance tech, Ihole. Hours later, laying in bed, Adam hears the phone ring at 3:06 a.m. His apartment has no landline. The toy ambulance sits on his table dry, but leaves a wet ring. And then he remembers the tunnel. The beacon is still on. The voices, they never stopped. And tomorrow he has to go back. Days later, the phone rings at 3:06 a.m. again. Would you look back if the voice said your name? Thanks for watching, friends. Like, subscribe, and comment if you dare. See you next time. Good night, and watch out if the phone rings at 3:06 a.m.